What's going on, guys? Hey, another short but great video. Check it out, check it out, check it out, y'all. It's the Funk Soul Brother. All right, this particular video is going to be about who is issued a passport. Well, I don't know, Wolf. The bottom of the DS-11, the application for a brand new one, says that it's given to either U.S. citizens or non-citizen U.S. nationals. That's all it says on there. And for some strange reason, I don't see a box to check that off. So how do they know I'm whatever it is? Well, we're the post office master or acceptance agent who informed me of some of these goodies. Um, it's all on how you fill out that application, which is true. Now, to me, that seems a little sketchy. You don't give me a box to check off which one I want to be or apply for, but I just give you all my information, which a lot of that could be construed to be neither here nor there or this or that. Well, once again, this is all education and just entertainment purposes. But let's take a look at what we have here. "22 CFR 51.2, the Code of Federal Regulations, says a passport issued to nationals only." All right, Wolf, enough theatrics. Sorry. So to all those people out there who say there's no such thing as national, a national passport, it's all the same thing. There's no such thing as getting a special passport for a national. What did it just say in the CFR, the Code of Federal Regulations? It can you bring that screen up again, please? He said passports issued to nationals only. Okay, Wolf, but it doesn't say U.S. national or non-citizen like it does in the passport. Okay, let's go on. 51.2, passports issued to nationals only. A passport may be issued only to a U.S. What does it say? Only? A passport. You see anything else with this? Nope. It says option A. A passport may be issued only to a U.S. national. Then we read a passport means a travel document, regardless of the format, issued under the authority of the Secretary of State, attesting to the ID or identity and nationality of the bearer. Now, we know that under GPO Styles Manual Section 5.23, nationalities, that we are to be regarded at per the local name used in our area upon birth. So California would be a Californian, New York would be a New Yorker, Florida would be a Floridian. Unless the authorized department, no person may bear more than one valid passport at the same time. I don't know. So when you get a passport, they're supposed to be making you a national. However, due to the introduction of a U.S. citizen, depending on how you fill out your document, you may be issued one as that by how you filled it out. Otherwise, in general, a passport is issued to nationals. So they really should have a classification that passport are for nationals. However, if you fill out enough U.S. citizen stuff, well, then you're mixing the jurisdictions, which then that's a different class. But legally, that also still yet means, because if you're a U.S. citizen, you have the right to be a national, but you were born a national, which means you also have the ability to be looked at or recognized or regarded or represented as a U.S. citizen under 8 U.S.C. 1101-22B or A and B. Then they got your types of passports and all the other goodies. What does it say here? Passport. A passport card is issued to a national of the United States. So that means that if the passport card is issued, this should be issued to somebody who's a national of the United States. But wait a minute, Wolf. On the bottom of the passport application doesn't have a box for that. It only says U.S. citizen or non-citizen U.S. national. Well, I keep hearing the word national there, so I'm not going to worry about the U.S. citizen part, because that means that the word non-citizen U.S. national, the word non-citizen means you're not a citizen, so that cancels, which then only leaves U.S. national. Huh. Show the screen. There it is. Okay. Let's go to national at birth, 8 U.S.C. 1401. The following shall be nationals and citizens of the United States. Notice they don't say U.S. citizens because the title U.S. citizen falls underneath the umbrella of a citizen of the United States. All those other things fall underneath those, federal citizen and whatever else. The following shall be nationals. Well, let's see what they have under nationals. The term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. Now, here they don't have it hyperlinked to say which state. They're just saying any of the private organic states. It's not all capitalized here. The organic United States. But they're saying the source is under 8 U.S.C. 1101-21A. Let's check it out. Okay. So in all actuality, there is no 21A. It's just 21. And it says the term national means a person owning a permanent allegiance to a state. Now, we know before they used to have the state here hyperlinked and it referenced the District of Columbia. Well, it looks like they're changing this. So possibly we'll see if this is going to stay this way. Then this, in fact, would be a good, correct term. However, in 22, it says here, the term national of the United States can mean is a citizen of the United States, which means the term national falls underneath the term citizen of the United States. Or B, a person, though not a citizen of the United States, owns permanent allegiance to the United States of America in the geographical and continental legal definition. Okay, but you're still not bringing it all together, Wolf. All right, glad you asked. Let's go. We're going to go to FAM, Foreign Affairs Manual, Section 505.2, Passport Endorsements. All right. You can see the address. This is their stuff. I like to make these videos before they change or update things, just in case, especially if they get them wrong. Because then you can go after, oh, wait a minute. It's like they have done some minor updating. I can tell because I've seen this countless times over the years. So for all of posterity, let's read number 9. Okay. So once again, under the codes for passport endorsement, number 9, it is not 09 all. It is just 09. All means all of the cards and books can have this status. It's just the code 09 where it's supposed to go. We all know now it's the endorsement line on the passport. There's no box around it that says we cannot do it. It is your legal and lawful right to self-identify. They cannot take that away from you. It says here, the bearer is a United States national. Okay, so here we see United States national and not a United States citizen. It goes on to say, when placed in a book issued to a U.S. national. So now we know United States national is the equivalent of a U.S. national who is not a citizen. U.S. national will be printed instead of USA on the front of the passport card. Prior to the creation of this endorsement in 1992, the bearer status as a, now what do we have? What is on the DS-11? Non-citizen U.S. national. Cold, you mother... Sweating me over stuff. I've been man, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this longer than most people have had big boy draws on. Come on, man. Prior to the creation of this endorsement in 1992, the bearer's status as a non-citizen U.S. national. So, passport agency, to those agents out there who are not doing their job and who are fraudulently and fictitiously going after people and telling them you can't be that, blah, blah, blah. Now understand, if you submit the wrong information, like an unauthenticated birth certificate, they are doing their job. You don't know what you're doing. And then you don't know how to rebut that because you didn't do things properly. So they're not wrong in that. But to the people I've heard, oh, you don't qualify to be a non-citizen U.S. national. That's only for these people. Non-citizen U.S. national means the same thing as a U.S. national, as a national. And it was indicated by circling the word national. So now we know all of these things are the same thing. They've just changed the words over the years to update that same exact status. So a U.S. national is a United States national, is a national, is a non-citizen U.S. national. These are all the same things. But Wolf, how do I know I can declare myself a national? Well, then we already proved that. It says the term national of the United States means a citizen of the United States or a person, though not a citizen, owns permanent allegiance. You can choose either or. But Wolf, where does it really break down that, I mean, me as a Floridian or a New Yorker, glad you asked. Let's go to the GPU styles manual. Once again, the government's providing information. If you don't know how to interpret it, it sounds like it's your fault. Okay, nationalities. The word nationalities means more than one nation or national status. It contains the word national, nation, nati, which means native. How do I know that? I'm glad you asked. Section 5.23, in designating the what? Yeah, natives of the states. You are all Native Americans. You are native to the republic and private of these states and given such terms. Do you see U.S. citizen in here? No, because a U.S. citizen is not a national, other than possibly by legal definition, if you were born or naturalized or acclimated or by your own volition or accord choose to be a member of the District of Columbia. That's a different, separate entity. It's not one of the 50 states. You don't see it listed here. It's not our property, not our stuff. Alaska is Alaskan. Mississippi is Mississippian. Texas is Texan. If you use the Wisconsin is Wisconsinite. New York is New Yorker. If you've used these terms, you were ever called that, you know what they are, then you are a national. So I told people you were born with it. You are a Native American. You are native to the states. That's it. Don't look at me. I'm just reading what I found in these manuals. See what happens when you buy new plants with new dirt? You get new problems. Little freaking gnats. Worst thing ever. All right. So that's it, guys. We've proven it once and for all. There it is. Now, do all the agents who process the applications know that? No. They should. I don't know what's going on in there. Some of them know, some of them don't. Maybe they just want you to prove it. Show them. All right, one last part here I want to throw in there just because I see that they change some things sometimes. I want to make sure we cover all things for posterity in these videos. Share my screen. The term United States has more than one definition legally. One means the corporation known as the District of Columbia, located in that district, and one is the organic. So what does it say here? Matter of fact, I'm going to have my lovely assistant read it.
United States. 38. The term United States, except as otherwise specifically herein provided.
That means that in other places on this site, or even in the same paragraph, the United States may have a different definition. Here it means
Provided, when used in a geographical sense,
when you're talking about the actual land, ground, the dirt you can touch.
Sense means the continent.
Continental, all connected, considered conjoined.
Continental United States, Alaska, Hawaii.
Doesn't say state of Alaska, does it? Doesn't say state of Hawaii, does it? Nope, because those are different things.
Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands of the United States, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands.
There it is. Now let's look up. I don't believe you, Wolf. It says here that a person born and is a member of an Indian tribe. Yes, those are nationals. You pledge allegiance to the flag. You are a national. Person's born outside of the continental United States, a national. One parent is a national. You're a national. They tell you all these things that make you a national right here. They're not hiding it. You just don't know what to look for. You didn't even know you had it in the first place. Your fault, sucker. Oh man. Oh, what were we talking about? What were we talking? Oh, okay. So, location of the debtor. Let's check out UCC 9-307. Okay. Also on Cornell Law EDU. Let's check it out. Place of business. Location of the debtor is the place of business. So who's the debtor? Well, my. What do we have here? So so the location of the United States is the corporate United States is in the District of Columbia. We don't own the District of Columbia, do we? That's why it's considered neutral to all other places. However, that means that it is a debtor. So the corporate side of things is the United States Corporation. It is in there, the District of Columbia. Now you have to ask yourself, who owns Columbia? Where did that name even come from? Actually, I just watched the video. I'm researching it. However, you will find that trying to find it in anything official, good luck. But let's see, what is a debtor? A person. Now we know that a person means persona, and it usually means a non-living thing, but it can reference a living person. So really, this should have, it can be used either way. A debtor can be a living person or whatever else. But really, if you're a living person, you're a creditor and you should not be able to go into debt. But we'll leave that where it is for now. A person having interest other than a security interest or other lien in the collateral, whether or not the person is the obligor. A seller of promissory notes. So if you're a debtor, you owe a debt, you should be able to come up with chattel property, payments intangible, promissory notes, accounts to balance your books. Oh, it's right. It's all right there, guys. It's all right there. All right, I'm gonna try to find one more thing, seeing how Cornell Law is currently either updating or whatever. But you've noticed how they didn't have a hyperlink under the word national of the United States? They used to. Sorry, it's already recorded in my previous videos and shared around the United States and all that other good jazz. But let's see if I can find it real quick somewhere else, because they're possibly just updating and we'll see what their new terminology is on it, or they will leave it ambiguous. But once again, guys, if they leave it ambiguous, you then can create the definition because everything needs to be described. And if they don't have a clear, distinct definition, then you can use that lack of a definition against. So, yeah. So I'll show you guys how I move and what we got going, the going zones. Here, the AI is saying a U.S. national is someone who is not a U.S. citizen. Now, we already read that you can be a U.S. citizen and a national. It's your choice. But not all nationals are U.S. citizens. You have a choice. But still owns allegiance to the United States. This includes U.S. citizens. People have chosen to become U.S. nationals. No, you are born a U.S. national and you have the right to choose to be a U.S. citizen. It is reversed. You have to be natural before you can be something non-natural. City, citus means to belong to a city state. Okay. Zen is to be conformed. So a citizen is somebody who's been conformed to a a state, a corporation, a something non-living. A national is a living thing. Now here, they don't know the legal styles who've been trying to conflict, confuse, and mesmerize us. They'll say, well, according to what we read here, it says, such as an American Samoan and a Northern Mariana Islander. This says such as. This is an example. This is not the only place where you can be a national. If you are born here in the private, you are a national. We proved that in the GPO Styles Manual, section 5.23. Right here on the state travel website, dual nationality, section 101A 22, Immigrations Act. The term national of the United States means a citizen of the United States. What they talk about here? U.S. dual nationals. Immigration help, the difference between a U.S. citizen and a U.S. national. Now here, they're saying which as of 2019 refers to only, okay? So let's see what they got to say. Here's for your people who are against. So they're saying since 2019, this refers only to American Samoan slain. That is not what we just read. It says such as. This is wrong. This means that these other places are also nationals of ours. We've already read the GPO Styles Manual, section 5.23, where it says, if you're born here, you are a national. The post office acceptance agent told me, if you're born here and you operate to be a state citizen, you cannot vote in elections or held other than local. So this is partially true, but these people themselves do not have a legal department to properly identify what's going on. I will say it straight out. I am better than they are. Right here, what do they say? Eligible to apply for a U.S. passport, just like U.S. citizens. In fact, there is no difference between the passport for a U.S. national and a U.S. citizen. Because you can be either or. You can choose. One's public, one's private. United States national. United States national, the term United States national means any United States citizen. Yeah, because you had to be born a national first to then become a citizen. Or any other legal entity. Why would they put that in there? Because from what I understand, a U.S. citizen is a legal entity. That's why it says or be any other legal entity which is organized under the laws of the United States or any state, the District of Columbia, or any other Commonwealth territory possession. Why? Because These are all legal entities created by man. A national wasn't created by man, but their laws state that, hey, if you're born here nationally as a national, a state citizen, you have the right to choose to be represented as a U.S. citizen. That's why they ask you to prove residency. They don't ask you to prove that you're a national. They ask you to prove that you're a U.S. citizen. They already know you're a national. That shouldn't even have to be talked about, but that's becoming lost, but we're reinvigorating it. So now, let's see what we can find under United States citizen. Let's go on. Cornell Law EDU, a United States citizen is a business of the United States. I'm just going to let my lovely AI read this. For all you mother effing naysayers, all the rest of the beautiful people out there, you guys should be flipping over things like, hell yeah, there it is, man. The wolf. Let's go.
United States business. 1. The term United States business means a United States citizen.
What? Feliz Navidad. Please tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead, I'll wait. Let's go back. Let's take a look, shall we? It's getting good. I told you this year we were going to get good. Let's go.
Citizen, B. 1. The term United States business. 1. The term United States business means a United States citizen.
There it is. A United States citizen. How can you be a citizen but you're a business? When you claim, do you see the people in here? No, because they don't own or have jurisdiction over a national. They said a U.S. citizen. And if you're a U.S. citizen, it means then you're also a business of theirs, which means you have been translated or you gave up your rights. You waived your rights to being a private person in the moment thereof, meaning not forever, just in the moments that you do these things. That you're one of their business. You are a franchise. This is why they can do whatever they want to do. You're their property. You've admitted it. You got a damn U.S. citizen driver's license. Out of here. Let's keep going.
Citizen, B. A corporation, partnership.
Corporation, corp is Latin for body. Ation is to animate. You're animating a dead body, a non-living thing. Operates as a corporation, you are a business. But that business can be looked at and regarded as a U.S. citizen and has certain rights. Let's go on.
Partnership, or other association created under the laws of the United States or of any state, including the District of Columbia or any Commonwealth, territory, or possession of the United States, or c. a foreign corporation, partnership, or other association, more than 95% of which is owned by persons described in subparagraphs A and B and.
Now, what's interesting is it stops here, so that's interesting. But they're saying even if you own a foreign corporation and 95% of it is owned by a U.S. person or whatever else, you're in their jurisdiction. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a good one. I'll talk to you guys later.